1. Welcome. Upbeat, slightly tense music begins and fades to a low background hum. Hello, space weather enthusiasts, and welcome back to the channel. You're watching the one place where we look up at the cosmos, not just with wonder, but with a healthy dose of caution. What the sun sends our way, we face together. I'm your host, and I'm here to guide you through the invisible cosmic currents heading our way. Powers 2. Intriguing hook this week. The sun is playing a deceptive game. What begins as a whisper of calm is predicted to escalate into a multi-day barrage on our planet's magnetic shield. The Earth is sailing into a high-speed stream of solar wind, and it's set to make its presence felt. This isn't a week for surprises, it's a week for preparation. Shatriddle. 3. General forecast for the week. Overall, the week of the November 24th to November 30th, 2025 is shaping up to be moderately turbulent. Don't let the initial quiet fool you. We are tracking a significant coronal hole high-speed stream that is expected to buffet Earth for several consecutive days. This means we're looking at a sustained period of geomagnetic activity, not just a single, isolated storm. The primary risk comes from this persistent solar wind, which can wear down our magnetosphere's defences. While major, damaging storms are not in the official forecast, a G1 level event is anticipated, which is more than enough to make its effects known. 4. Scientific primer. So what exactly are we up against? A magnetic storm is a major disturbance of Earth's magnetosphere, our planet's protective magnetic bubble. These storms are caused by energy arriving from the sun. This energy can come from a coronal mass ejection, CME, a massive explosion of solar plasma, or, as is the case this week, from a coronal hole. A coronal hole is an area in the sun's upper atmosphere where the magnetic field opens up, allowing a high-speed stream of solar wind to escape and travel across space. We measure the intensity of these storms using the KP index, which runs from 0, calm, to 9, extreme. Anything at KP4 is considered active, and at KP5 it's officially a minor storm. This corresponds to the G scale, where G1 is a minor storm, and the scale goes all the way up to G5, a catastrophic event. 5. Magnetic storm calendar for the week. Main block? Let's break this down day by day. Monday, November 24th. The opening act. The week begins on an unsettled note. Forecasts predict a KP index around 3 to 4. Think of this as the atmosphere before a storm. The solar wind is picking up speed. You might not feel anything, but our planet's magnetic field is starting to react to the incoming pressure. This is a day of transition. Tuesday, November 25th. The storm arrives. Here we go. On Tuesday, the forecast escalates to active conditions, with a strong likelihood of a G1 minor geomagnetic storm. The KP index is expected to hit 5. This is the official start of the main event. The high-speed stream from the coronal hole begins its direct engagement with our magnetosphere. Power grid fluctuations are possible, and migratory animals may get confused. For humans, this is when the first signs of unease like headaches or disturbed sleep can begin to manifest. Wednesday, November 26th, peak of the storm. This is the day we're watching most closely. Wednesday is forecast to be the most intense day of the week, continuing the G1 minor storm. Conditions with a sustained KP index of 5 BRU. The Earth will be deep within the solar wind stream. This prolonged exposure is the real danger. The persistent buffeting can weaken our magnetic shield, making technology more vulnerable. Expect potential impacts on satellite operations, including GPS and GLONASS, leading to minor navigational errors. Radio communications at higher latitudes could be affected. This is the peak of the cosmic pressure for the week. Thursday, November 27th. The storm continues. The pressure doesn't let up. Thursday continues the trend, with forecasts still indicating an active G1 storm level and a KP index of 5. 3 consecutive days of storm conditions. For those who are sensitive to space weather, this will be a particularly trying period. The cumulative effect of the geomagnetic disturbance can lead to increased fatigue, irritability, and anxiety. Friday, November 28th. A glimmer of calm. Finally, the energy begins to subside. On Friday, the forecast drops back to unsettled conditions, with the KP index likely falling back to around 3 or 4. The Earth is beginning to exit the main solar wind stream. While the storm is technically over, the after effects can linger. The magnetosphere is still reverberating, and your body may need time to readjust. Saturday, November 29th, and Sunday, November 30th. The window of calm. The weekend offers a welcome respite. Both Saturday and Sunday are forecast to be unsettled to quiet, with the KP index dropping to a much more comfortable 2 to 3. This is our window of calm. The solar wind stream has passed, and our planet's magnetic field can finally stabilise. After a turbulent week, the cosmos grants us a moment of peace. 6. Possible consequences. So, what does a G1 storm actually mean for us down on Earth? For the health sensitive. This week, particularly from Tuesday to Thursday, could be challenging. Reported symptoms often include headaches, migraines, heart palpitations, and fluctuations in blood pressure. Sleep patterns can be severely disrupted, leading to fatigue and a general sense of being unwell. For technology, while a G1 storm won't cause blackouts, it can create problems. Satellite operators will be on alert to correct orbits. GPS systems might experience slight accuracy issues. More dramatically, the aurora borealis, or australis, could be visible at much lower latitudes than usual, a beautiful but telling sign of a planetary level event. Practichat 7. Practical recommendations? Here's how you can prepare and mitigate the effects. For your health. 1. Stay hydrated. Drink plenty of water throughout the week, especially from Tuesday to Thursday. 2. Reduce stimulants. Lower your intake of caffeine and alcohol, as they can exacerbate feelings of anxiety and disrupt sleep. 3. Prioritize rest. If you feel fatigued, listen to your body. Avoid strenuous activities during the storm's peak. 4. Mindfulness and relaxation. Techniques like meditation or deep breathing can help manage stress and irritability. 5. Monitor your health. If you have chronic cardiovascular issues, be extra vigilant and keep necessary medications on hand. For your technology and daily life. 1. Back up your data. While unlikely, power grid fluctuations can pose a risk to electronics. It's always a good habit. 2. Be aware of GPS glitches. If you're relying on navigation for travel, double-check your route and be prepared for minor inaccuracies, especially mid-week. Sacrowinum wind hwas. 8. Important warning, plthus. Farewell. Remember, space weather forecasting is a developing science. This forecast is based on the best data available right now, but the sun is famously unpredictable. A sudden solar flare could change everything in an instant. Stay informed, stay prepared. If you found this forecast helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for weekly updates on the cosmic weather. Until next time, keep your eyes on the stars. Music swells and fades out.